Long time no see, eh? Bloody hell.
Okay, questions when you're ready, please.
Yeah, this is Rob from Sky Sports. How tough is that to take?
What do you think? It's always hard. It's always hard if you lose. You know, even if it's a league game or whatever. What we achieved this season is great with the team and how we made progress. Ending up in the top 6, then playing the final of the playoff. Of course, if you wanna play a final, if you need to play the final, then you're gonna give it your best shot. You're gonna do everything in your power, your ability to try to win this game. It doesn't matter how you play. The result is the most important thing. I think the boys have been doing what they've been doing all season in case of like working very hard, trying to give everything for that game to get the max out of this game as well, and to eventually try to win that game. Of course, during the game, you see when the game's evolving, like, okay, you know, both teams don't want to take a lot of risk. You talk about it before the game, of course, that you need to take your responsibility on the ball, you need to take initiative, but in players, their minds, there's something else as well. So it's easy to say you need to do the same things as when you play like in the league games. Very hard, not possible, because it's a total different occasion, and it's difficult to put that aside, you know. But you know, we worked our way through it. Worked very hard, got to the penalty shootouts, and then when you need to take them, it's basically a lottery. You know, can you keep your cool? Can you do the same things that what you do in training sessions and penalties? In the training sessions, you can't create the same atmosphere or the same tension what's happening in the stadium. You know, what is very important for me is that the players took their responsibility in what they needed to do, because I've played games, big games as well. When we had penalty shootouts, and then you get always certain players who have got an injury or don't feel well, and it didn't happen over here. The players took their responsibility. They knew what they needed to do. Of course, you know, there's a possibility that you miss as well. It happens. Of course, everybody's very disappointed that you don't win it, that you don't go to the Premier League, but you know, that's top sport as well. And finals are there to be won, and that's what we tried to do. Well, eventually Huddersfield won it. You know, congratulations to them, and good luck to them next season as well. And we need to give it another shot next season.
So 10 months of a season, though, for it to come down to penalty kicks.
Yeah, and with it,
It.
is that including the pre-season? So it's 11 months, I think. So yeah, it's hard, you know, but that's how it goes. You know, if you want to go up, then you need to win the league, and for us that was, or be second was very difficult. You know. If you look at the team in how we perform, the players that we have, you know, I think they've done very, very well to end up third in the league. You know, I think it's already like a big success to do that, and then to end up in the playoffs, then beat Fulham in the playoffs, a very good team as well. You know, and it is a league with a lot of very, very strong teams. So it's not easy to do that a couple of seasons in a row, and especially not in the first season. But they've done it, and you know, so I'm very proud of them and what they've been doing this season. And then, of course, what you're saying is, you know, it's a very long season. When you end up third in the league, then you need to play these games. You need to do well. But that's sport as well. That's top sport. That's what everybody wants to do. You know, if you want to play football, you don't want to play football for, like, you know, to be like in the grey areas there, and then, okay, it's nice, I get a salary, and then I play for fun, and that's it. No, you want to play football to get the max out of your career, out of yourself, to win trophies, to play at the highest level and where you can play.
Is the key for you now to try and keep this group of players together?
Well, we need to have a look at what we can do towards next season. And of course, you don't want to lose your best players. We need to have a look what we can do with the squad, with all the players within the squad. Maybe there's some interest from other teams. Maybe we need to say to certain players, okay, you need to find a different club. We need to get other players in as well, to, some extra quality to make the squad even competitive, more competitive. But that's something for like in a couple of days. First, we need to like try to forget this game or this result.
You've personally been linked with so many clubs away from Reading, including in the Premier League. Are you determined you want to stay at Reading and give this another go?
I still have a contract at Reading, so you know, there's nothing there that is going to take me away. So I still have a contract. Of course, you want to play. I've told your colleagues as well. You want to work at the highest level. You want to work with the absolute top eventually, because I've played there myself as well. But it doesn't mean like, okay, we've achieved this, so next season I need to go away. We just need to have a look in what's going to happen in the summer.
Do you think this could strengthen these players, or could it damage them?
Well, it needs to. Of course, at the moment it's very hard. It's difficult to take, but I think that's normal. It needs to be difficult because it's not a good thing if you lose an important game like this and then you're thinking, okay, well, tomorrow I'm going to go out and eat some Chinese and that's nice with my girlfriend. You need to feel it, you need to experience it, and then you need to take that experience to the next occasion if you get into the same moment again. You need to learn from it, and that's the good players are doing that.
Yeah, on the penalties.
Thank you.
Had you sorted out who was going to take them?
Well, we already spoke about, and of course you're looking at before the game, okay, who's going to be on the pitch, who's the starting 11. Then during the game, of course, when you need to make, or when you're making a couple of substitutes, then of course, okay, you need to change the names. But we already knew who were wanted to be in the first 5, and then the number 6, 7, etc. Yeah.
When you went 3-2 up, I guess you must have thought maybe it is going to be Reading's day.
Well, I didn't want to think too much, to be fair, at that point. Of course, when Ali saved that penalty, you're thinking, okay, hopefully it's going to happen. But I knew as well what can happen, and it happened, the worst case scenario. So, we're very disappointed with the result itself, not by the players.
Yeah, you've had some very difficult nights as a player, especially with Messi and Neymar in Istanbul. How does the feeling now as a manager compare to that? Do you find it harder as a manager?
It's hard to lose this game, but it's not about hard for myself. I feel bad for the players, because I'm a small part in this club, in this team, to be successful, I think. And the players need to do it. The players need to work very hard. They need to show themselves every time in the training sessions, on the pitch, in the game, during games, to perform. And I know what the players have put into this season to get there, and how eager they were to play in the playoff final and to get a result to go up to the Premier League. So I feel bad for them. Of course, for myself, purely as a sportsman, of course you want to win yourself as well, But the work they put in there, and everything they gave, and how they improved as a team, but also as an individual, and I'm not talking about a couple. No, I'm talking about all the players within the squad. I feel sorry for them that they didn't win this trophy, this game, so they can't go up to the Premier League.
But yeah, it will be a new experience for you as a manager to actually be there pre-season, to actually lift the players and bring them forward next season as well.
Yeah, well, we've done that in the beginning of the season as well. We've linked the players, we make the players better, we make the team better. The belief of the team, it improved. We got results. Sometimes, okay, a little disappointment during the season as well. But I think if you're in progress to reach something, then it happens. You're going to be losing games as well. We spoke about it before. If you lose games, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to just leave it and think, okay, next game? No. You need to work on that. You need to have a look at the games. You need to look at yourself as a player. Okay, what do I need to improve to do better, to get results? And that's how we work. That's how I like to work. I want to work with players who are very eager themselves to improve, to get results. And now we need to do that again. But even if we've won this game and we would have gone up to the Premier League, then you need to do that again, because then you're playing in an even stronger league.
You mentioned you've got a contract ready for next season. Do you want to be here at Reading next season as well?
Well, I'm happy over here, so why shouldn't I? I'm happy over here. We're doing very well with the team. Before I came last season, we spoke about what the club wants to do, a club with ambition. Eventually we want to end up in the Premier League. How long does it take? Is it 2? Is it 3 seasons? Normally you don't succeed straight away to end up in the playoff final in the first season. We did it because we've got a great bunch of lads. So if nothing's gonna happen, I'm still happy to be here, to work here, to live in the area around Reading. So, and it's a great club, it's a great atmosphere, and great people in the club as well to work with.
Yeah, the disappointment must be huge now, obviously, but when you sort of go back to where you were or where the club was when you came in,
Yep.
and we were all there, I mean, there's so much to be proud of about what you've achieved, what the players have achieved.
Yeah, I know. And that's what people keep reminding us as well. And The thing is, of course, you think about it, and maybe in a couple of days, maybe in a week, in a week, you're thinking about, okay, you know, we've done so well this season, it's nice. But if you've been doing well, the bar's been raised by people, a lot, people expecting more and more and more. Yourself as a manager maybe, and as a player as well, and eventually you get to the final, and then you're thinking you're so close, and then you get to the shootouts, and then you're even closer. So it's always, even after a great season for us, it's always a big disappointment that you don't win.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.